Hello?
Anybody out there?
Got one person.
So it looks like they changed the startup, so it took us a couple extra minutes to get rolling.
Well, because we normally do it on the phone, and now we're doing it with the laptop.
Okay.
So there we go. Can you guys hear us okay? Slow mode. So let's go over here so I can see comments.
Like you slowed the comments up today.
I slowed the comments up so I could read them. Content.
Hi, guys. Good to see y'all on.
23 people.
All right.
Breaking up.
Uh-oh, that's
loud
not good.
and clear. Can hear you fine. Coming through.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, Rose and Michael. Hi, Sissy's mom. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Michael. Hi, Thelma. Hi, Nora.
I wonder if you can make the comments bigger and
us smaller. Good question. I don't know.
That's right. That's okay.
Hi, Darren. Hi, George.
Hi, George.
So I turned it on so that the comments would be a little slow. That I tried to slow them down a little bit. All right, Dave, so tell everybody where we're at.
All right, right now we're visiting a friend and we're in Portland, Oregon. And we've got pretty much one or two more stops in the States, and then we'll be crossing the border into Alaska.
Well, we're in Portland, and we have everything ready, but we're having a small hiccup.
Yeah, so one of the things that we planned on doing here was doing the maintenance on the Webasto heater that hooks directly up to our fuel tank. And we're having lots of problems. We replaced all the parts, put it all back together. Now it doesn't work. So we've been watching all the YouTube videos and just nothing.
Out 3 times so far.
Yeah.
And put it back together. So.
Yeah, and we've done the maintenance before and not had any hiccups. This time something's happening.
All right. We'll see. It says we're getting some breaking up. Our internet should be good, so buffered 2 times.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Can you lower the quality of the picture?
I don't think so. Hopefully it'll work itself out. If not, we could try Verizon.
Oh, you're on the T-Mobile right now?
No, I'm on let's try. We'll see if that helps at all. I would think that this would be lower.
But the T-Mobile's been pretty good.
Okay, let's see if that's any better. I'm skeptical. Edit. No. Hi, buddy. I don't know. I hope that's a little better.
What's that?
I don't know what that is. All right, guys. How is it now? Is it any better?
Our choices are Verizon or T-Mobile. And they've been pretty strong here.
Yes, we are in rainy Portland too. So with the Webasto, it was running, but we thought the fan assembly was going out. So we got a new fan assembly and we put that in.
Put a new burner in, a new igniter in.
And first, I think we put a plug in backwards, or upside down. Mm-hmm. So we fixed that, and then we got it to come on, but it's not running the pump. And so we bypassed that, and we've checked it's
got power to the pump.
It's got power to the pump.
And then I took the pump out, tested the pump, and the pump does work. So we don't know.
I had a thought this morning, if we take the old fan and put it back in and see if it works.
Yeah, we could put all the old parts back in. So, I mean, I think we have everything that we took out. We could put them all back in and see what happens.
But when we took it apart and cleaned it, after 2 years of hundreds of hours of use.
And some high altitude in there too. It was still pretty clean.
Yeah.
I think we probably could have ran it another year.
It's just the fan assembly was really struggling. So I don't know what to do. We're going to put a call into Webasto. The good thing is we are in Portland and there's a lot of van builders in the area. So if we can't get that, maybe we'll reach out and somebody will be able to.
Yeah.
Because we can take it out and take it to them and maybe they could troubleshoot it.
Yep.
Because getting power everywhere. But I miss my heater. I don't know if I like the comments on slow.
Just put them on normal speed?
I don't know how.
Oh, I saw Ed on there. Hello, Ed.
Yeah, we're still using our internet. Our T-Mobile is through Calyx.
And then as soon as we go into Canada, the T-Mobile will no longer work. At least that's been
it might work near the cities, but
that's been our experience anyway. And I don't think T-Mobile works in Alaska, does it?
From what I've been hearing, mostly AT&T. Yeah. I don't know how to turn the slow mode off.
Just leave it.
Slow mode. There we go. Let's turn slow mode off. Okay.
Back at real speed.
Chat away. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Nora. Loud and clear. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Trying to get Dave to come down there someday. Maybe next year. All right. So, as you know, we're in Portland, Oregon. Heading our way north.
Yep. We're going to cross over the Canadian border, right around the 20th?
End of May, yep. So let's start with a couple of announcements.
Yeah.
So our patrons know that we've been thinking about possibly adding a second channel or adding videos to our existing channel, and they would be just nature videos, ambient sounds, and or music. We will not be in it. It is strictly nature because we have so much footage. Sometimes I have 4 hours of footage that I whittle down to a 30-minute video. And Dave does a lot of drone flying. So with that, well, let's use that footage and make like a relaxing, meditative type video.
Yeah, so when we're at my brother's house, we actually watch TV, which we normally never do. And we noticed that they were putting on these YouTube channels that just play different footage of wherever they were at. And some of them are really good. And I was like, oh, we have a lot of footage that we're not using either. So we thought it's going to be an extra video. So it's not going to be replacing any of our normal videos. So is this one of those things? Are you going to launch it on Wednesdays or?
It's going to be on Wednesdays. I am going to put the first video out today. I know that's a little confusing. In honor of it being iceberg season, our first video is going to be all icebergs.
Yep.
So we have so much drone footage. My sister-in-law, Renee, uses these videos in the morning when she's having her coffee, or if she's just cleaning the house, or she just, wants something to kind of watch but not have to be fully engaged in.
Yeah. And I think that might be the community that's watching those kind of videos, why they're doing other stuff. They just have it on in their house.
It'd be nice. Maybe it can help you wind down to go to sleep. Or if you've had a hard day at work, you could come home and maybe it'll give you some stress relief. So they won't be every Wednesday, but when we do release them, they will be on Wednesdays. It will not change our Sunday videos in any way. You will still see some of the footage in there. This is just the extra footage that we have that we can share with you. Now, I know that this type of video is not for everybody.
Yeah, it's almost like two different groups of people that might be watching these kind of videos.
Yeah. And so on YouTube, I struggled. I went back and forth a lot. Do I want to set up a second channel and do just that? Or do I just want to keep it on this channel? And I think keeping it on this channel is going to be the least amount of work for me. And these type of videos aren't going to bring us in a great deal of money, because on YouTube, you get your money from ads. And this type of video, I don't feel that it's conducive to have any ads in the middle.
Don't put any ads.
So there will never be any ads in the middle. It'll only be ads at the beginning and the end. So they're not going to be a huge money-making video. So that's what I kind of decided. Let's just keep it on this channel. Let's see how it goes. If you like them, that's great. If you don't, if that type of video is not for you, that's fine too. Don't feel obligated to go watch them. If you want to go watch the first one, that would be great. Maybe YouTube will see it and push it out. But we just wanted to let you know you're going to be seeing some new types of videos coming up. Maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on how much footage we have.
Yeah, or how much time you have to put them together.
Yeah, putting them together is actually pretty easy for me, because I don't have to tell a story, and so it's just like kind of putting clips together, and it takes me a little bit of time putting them together to make it smoothly. All right, guys, are we still buffering for everybody, or are we sounding okay? I was a little worried about this. Good morning from Central Oregon. Okay. Everybody else, I guess. Sorry, Thelma. For whatever reason, it wants to buffer for you. Sorry, guys. I thought by being in Portland, we would have good connection. And with rain, I don't know. It's been kind of hit and miss. Okay, now. Okay. That's our first announcement, is we are going to be seeing the new type of videos. Our second announcement is we have been working for the last 6 months, because we work really slow. We've been working on revamping our website with the help of Darren. Darren pretty much did the work, but so it's finally live. So if you want to go to oneadvantureatatime.com, the new website is live. I wanted to make it simple and easy to navigate, and I think Darren did a great job with all the requests that we have. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, Darren. Yeah, absolutely.
So we have a slideshow at the top. We have the Etsy store, photography page, recent news, our Amazon store, and about us. You guys can skip the about us part.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just kidding. It's about Rudel, it's about Stormtrooper, and it's got our wedding photo in there.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's our wedding photo. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And if you notice, you can't see on the screen here, but when you go to the website, can you guess what color it is?
What
the website?
The website.
It's green.
Yeah.
So Cheryl brought up a good point. You may have noticed that we don't have a merchandise on there. We used to have the Printful store where you could just go look at shirts and pick them out. We didn't make a lot of money off of that, and it's quite expensive for you guys to buy a shirt. You know, you buy a $30, $40 shirt and we make a couple bucks. So we're kind of toying with some other ideas. We will do like a shirt at least once a year. So it'll be like a limited edition, kind of like the calendars. Well, we'll make a design, we'll put it out there, and you can pre-order it.
And then we'll put that up on the website.
Yeah, we'll put it on the website.
And then we'll let everybody know that the new shirts or the new sweaters are up.
Yeah. So tell us what you think about that, or if you have any idea.
And it's not that we're looking to make a lot of money. We just don't want to have a shirt that's going to cost you $40, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And this shirt, you know, I've worn the heck out of this shirt. So you can see there's some, I'm reversed. There's some fading. But
it's a good shirt though.
It's a good shirt. I like it. I've worn the heck out of it. But we're still working on the shirt idea, so bear with us on that.
But I do like the limited edition. We can put up a new design,
Mm-hmm.
you know, twice a year and let everybody know that we have this amount. If you want to buy them, you can.
Yeah. And so we might be able to also get a better quality and a better price for everybody around. So that's where we are with that. So far, announcement number 1, we will be putting out our relaxing nature videos on Wednesdays, and that'll be under the relaxing nature playlist.
Yep.
Announcement number 2, the website is live. Thank you, Darren. Go check that out. Hi, Robert.
Wow.
Our monitor is here. And yeah, go check out our website. It's live. If you don't know, I've been doing the sunrise challenge every day this year. And so we have the photographs in there and they are divided by month. So if you want to check out the sunrise challenge, if you go into photography, you can see I've got January, February, March, and April, and we'll keep that updated as the year goes on.
Are you putting just the good ones, or are you putting like every single one of them on there?
I'm putting like everyone. I mean, I take 20 pictures. You're not getting all takes. So
yeah.
My favorite ones for each day. And like today, I didn't get up and take a picture because it's raining. So
yeah, that wouldn't have made a good sunrise.
No. But so, and we'll just continue to grow the photography. They're all good ones. That's right.
Now, there actually been more, but looking at Carrie's sunrises, because I didn't make it, but there's been more good sunrises than sunsets. So
there has. And
it's been like a 2 or 3 to 1 kind of row.
Sometimes the sunrise is just like two minutes and it's gone. So you slept through that 2 minutes. You had no idea that it even happened.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to get up that early. All right. How we doing, guys? Everybody remember to hit the like button. We would appreciate that. Riddle's sleeping on the bed right now.
Yeah, he wants to go outside, but it's just pouring down rain. The other announcement you can do.
Yeah, the third announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you all know that we got a super chat, and thank you to whoever did that.
Oh, there it
Raymond,
is.
thank you.
Thank you, Raymond.
Y'all know that we are going to Alaska, but we are doing our first caravan to Alaska. So we will be traveling with 3 patrons, Darren, Sonia, and Steven. We're excited. We've been doing some Zoom calls. We've been doing some planning on which way we want to go.
Yeah, that's been fun, and we're not used to planning, and we just kind of shoot it from the hip, but it's been good. We've been thinking about things that we wouldn't even plan to do.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they've been bringing up good points about, traveling and what we're taking and certain routes and what not to miss in certain areas.
Yeah.
And so that's been fun. We will be a caravan of 4. There'll be 4 vans, 3 ProMasters, and a Sprinter.
Yeah, and the style that we're doing is going to be really easy. Like, we'll be letting everybody know where we're camping for the night, and they can go do whatever they want. So there's a lot of freedom. Everybody can leave, do their own thing, and then come back. Because we tend to travel just a little bit slower than everybody else because we have to make the videos and get more content. But I think that's going to work out great for everybody else too.
Yeah, they can stay with us. They can go do their thing, and then we meet up at a point. So we're really looking forward to that. We're real excited to travel with Darren, Sonia, and Steven. I think we're going to be a good fit.
Yeah.
And we will introduce them to you as we go. So they have all agreed that they're okay with being on camera. That's what's hard sometimes when you travel with people or you go to people's houses. For us, is we don't want to be rude and stick the camera in your face.
Yeah.
And so that's hard for us sometimes to know when that's okay, when it's not. But we've all talked about it. And we've talked about, this is kind of like what we do, and they're okay with it. So we will be showing you all along the way.
Yeah. So it won't be as like, we'll do some boondocking videos like we normally do and show some, but there's going to be campgrounds involved in some areas where we can't get a free campground, or it's just not convenient to drive, an extra 50 or 100 miles to find one because of the price of gas. So we'll be showing a lot of what we're doing along the way.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit different style video because, like Dave said, we're not super familiar with the route, and it's still early in the season. If we hit bad weather, or if it's muddy, or if it's snowy, then we might hit a campground every now and then.
Yeah.
The camper, thank you. How far north will you go in Alaska? Dave, you have the answer to that one.
Yeah, I think we'll probably go as far north as Mount Denali. I don't think we're going to go to the Arctic Circle. Well, I was there as a child, and I just don't know if I want to. It's not that far north of Fairbanks, so I'm not going to rule it out. We could go up to the Arctic Circle, but that would probably be as far as we would go. Because I just don't want to take the road all the way up to the end, all the way to the top, and then have to pay for a tour. So,
yeah, we may change our mind on that. But
I was just thinking we kind of rather spend the time, checking out glaciers and the coastline and the, just all the mountains. And it seems like most of the good stuff that we've been thinking about is kind of towards the coastline.
We are hoping to spend some time in Denali. And I'm excited because we are traveling with a group of people. Like, I love train rides. And Sonia is going with us. She likes train rides too. So I have a partner to go on a train ride. Yeah. And Dave will stay back with the dog. Or if I stay back, then Dave could go fishing with, Darren or Steven. So it's kind of giving us a little bit more leeway. If there's something we both have to do, I know any one of them would watch Riddle.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to travel this way. But like Dave said, it's a new type of travel for us. So we'll be showing you a little bit more of, I guess, the day by day.
Yep. And we're hoping to see a lot of wild animals this time.
Yes, we are. We're hoping to see a lot of wild animals. The adVANture Closet. Hi, you guys.
Hi.
We've been watching you in Vietnam and Thailand, and I think you're in Laos now.
Yeah, and we're telling a lot of people about what you guys are doing. We think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen our friends, the adVANture Closet, they live in a minivan. They currently did a 3-month work job in North Dakota at DigiKey. And they took their earnings.
Minnesota.
Is it Minnesota? I always get it wrong. They took their earnings and they flew to Vietnam. and they've been living off of that. And they have been gone since just after Thanksgiving, so you can watch it on their YouTube channel, The adVANture Closet. So we have had some requests for an Amazon wish list, and Dave and I haven't talked about this behind the scenes. So we're getting requests to make a wish list of things we might like to review or try out, and people would gift it to us.
Oh, okay.
So we might,
cool.
If you check out our Amazon store, that will probably be popping up in the near future. I love your wedding photo. Thank you so much. We got married in Reno. Dave was in the Coast Guard, and we had a time limit and rented a dress and went to the chapel, and we're supposed to have a limo, and it turned out to be a Cadillac. Remember that?
Yep, I do remember that. And it didn't have back doors. We had to go through the front seat.
Oh, yeah.
Folded down.
Yeah. What a good time.
Yeah, we look slightly younger in our wedding picture, huh?
It was a few decades ago. Yeah, so do you guys have any suggestions on where we should go in Alaska?
Yeah, and obviously we're not going to hit every place. And I kind of like the out of the way, off the beaten path places. So we might not spend like a whole lot of time at the main attractions, but there's some that you just don't want to miss. So.
Yeah. So we are going to cross in eastern Washington. We're going to go up into Banff, Jasper area, right?
Yep.
We think we're going to skip Banff and go straight to Jasper.
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to hit everything. There's just no way. We got so many miles to do.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll be fun and exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, let's put this out there right now. Dave and I have been toying with the idea of staying the winter in Alaska, but we need help.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to stay in the van in the winter in Alaska. So does anybody
know anyone that likes to go south for the winter that lives in Alaska
and needs a house sitter?
Yeah.
Now, a lot of things are going to have to fall into place to make this happen. Obviously, we need to be able to drive to the house. We can't have
the snowmobile.
No snowmobile to the house and no snowcat to the house. So, yeah. Is anybody out there?
Preferably on the coast, southern coast, just because the weather's just a slightly milder.
Maybe not in Fairbanks. That's where it gets really cold.
Fairbanks up is pretty darn cold.
But I would love to. I've always wanted to photograph the winter, and I think that would be a great opportunity. And supposedly this is the height of a solar decade, and the northern lights are supposed to be incredible this winter. Yeah. Yep. So that would be fun, and that would give us, all the way up, so we could take our time going up, spend the winter. And next year they're having the first van meetup.
Oh, are they?
It's for that, but the pandemic closed that down. So if we could stay the winter, we could hit that and then come back down. Yeah,
that would give us a lot of more time in Alaska and Canada, so we wouldn't feel rushed.
Yeah.
And wouldn't spend so much gas money in such a short time.
Yeah. So if anybody has any ideas on how we can make that happen, or if you know anybody who needs a house sitter, or if you have a house and you need a house sitter, let us know how to make that happen.
Yep. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I just think that would be so awesome. Ellen, we are going crossing the border above Spokane. Chena Hot Springs. And we know we're going to Laird Hot Springs. That is on our list. Travel down the Kenai
Peninsula?
Yeah.
Kenai? Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
There are websites for house sitting, and I have been looking at that. A lot of those websites, a lot of this house sits that I've been seeing are like just short-term watching a pet. which is a little harder when we have Riddle with us. But we're looking for more of a long-term winter type sit. So like somebody,
because we couldn't get off in January and then drive back. That would be tough.
Yeah. So we're looking for something like that. So do you guys, what do you do for meals? Yeah, Dave, tell us what we do for meals. We almost do 95% of the cooking in the van. Most of you know that I have retired from chef. I'm no longer cooking. I told Dave I did it for 30 years. It's his turn, and he's doing a great job. So right now, he's still learning.
I have very limited meals that I know how to make, but I think it's starting off pretty good. I just kind of get in a rut and do like the same 5 meals. We do a lot of tacos and nachos,
Sandwiches,
hot sandwiches,
hot dogs,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
But it's really hard to when you first get into the van and you're in a very small space, it's a little hard to get your cooking down to an art. I remember the first 6 months, it was a little.
Yeah, and we don't have an oven, so that limits it, and so much stovetop space. It's been a challenge. I couldn't understand it. I'm like, I thought Carrie liked to cook. I didn't realize that she didn't like to cook.
Yeah, he's all like, didn't you?
Now I'm going to the store and I have to plan out the meals and buy the food, which puts me into sticker shock by the prices. And then the whole thing's a lot more less fun than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, he's like, didn't you like to cook? And I was like, no, it was a chore. And he's like, I have to.
I don't plan anything, and now I got to plan the meals.
I got to plan the meals. I have to go shopping. I have to bring the dishes home, or the groceries home and put them away. I have to cook the meal, and then I have to clean up.
So I'm thinking when I'm cooking the meal, I'm like, I'm going to spend 5 minutes eating and then clean up. But that's what you have to do. So
which has been a huge, huge help to me. Anybody who's done that knows how much time that takes out of your day. That is at least, an hour and a half to 2 hours out of my day that I don't have to do, which has really freed me up. Dave would think I'm more ahead on editing my videos, but it's just freed me up mentally, and it's allowed me to look at certain areas, like doing the extra videos. And I also answer all the comments, and I answer Facebook and Instagram and emails and the editing. So that takes a huge amount of my time. I've gotten the editing down to about 5 to 8 hours of video. So that is good. But yeah, it still takes a lot of time. We had an Instapot in the very beginning, and we just
don't have room for it because there's just no place to put it. We had the small one, and we don't have room for that. So it would just get moved from the counter to the floor, to the counter, to the bed. So we just decided no.
And at the time, we didn't have the power to run it. Remember, we had to run the car to run it.
Yeah.
So we kind of just haven't got back to that. But Dave's he's starting to branch out and look at other recipes. So it's just a slow work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing all our mechanics? We're doing all the basic.
Yeah, we're doing maintenance or anything that I can find on YouTube and figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
But there's some things we're just not doing.
It'll be interesting traveling with 3 other people. We'll get to see how they cook in a van.
Yeah.
And so that'll be fun to see. Maybe we'll have some different ideas.
New ideas.
Yeah. And everybody has agreed to a van tour. So sometime along the way, as we caravan into Alaska, you will meet each person, and we will probably do a tour of their rig.
Yeah.
So the Omni oven for baking. Yeah.
I've heard about the Omni.
So when we first started out, we started out with the Gold Zero 1400, which how many watts?
It was like 80 amp hours or something like that. So
it was tiny.
It said it was 100, but that was but it turns out it actually runs at 10 volts instead of 12 volts or something like that. So it came out to 80 amps.
And then we upgraded to the 100 amp battery, which was a huge upgrade to us. And we 200, yeah. So that more than doubled what we had. And then we haven't had any coffee this morning yet. And then we recently added a second battery. So now we have a total of
400 amp hours.
400 amp hours and 500 watts of solar.
Yep.
And so you've probably seen we added the second battery because we now have a freezer on board and a fridge, which has been a game changer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, so nice to be able to just put stuff in the freezer and not have to make so many store runs. And if we see something on sale, we can just buy it a little bit more in bulk. Our refrigerator is just so tiny. So now we feel like we're going to the store when we go to the back of the vehicle and get in the freezer and bring something to the front. So it's been great.
Yeah. But one of the big reasons, we have been toying with Starlink for the last couple of years. We have Verizon, we have a hotspot, and we have T-Mobile internet through Calyx. And for the most part, that gets us where we want to go. But we're always online and we always need connection. And we have been to some spots that we would really like to stay, but we can't. We have work to do. We've had we've had calls that we need to make, and so we've really been thinking about Starlink might be in the future for us. It's just that we're extremely frugal.
The price is it's crazy. The price is crazy, but it'd be great to have that freedom just to be able to go off into the Rocky Mountains and stay for a week instead of have to come back after a couple days or something like that.
Yeah,
but we could definitely go more places and stay longer.
Yes. And we're kind of limited. Stormtrooper limits us on where we can go anyway. And then to have to be connected all the time because of our work limits us even more. So we're thinking that Starlink would just open that up. But the reason why I'm talking about this is we have a very generous patron who is supporting us, sponsoring us with Starlink the entire time we are in Alaska.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. So we'll finally get to see if we like it, and we'll know after this trip if we want to get one or not.
Yeah. We've been thinking that we need to go that route, but we knew in the past that we didn't have enough battery to run it because they're pretty power hungry from what I've understood. So we've beefed that up. We're going to test it out. We're going to see if it's a good fit with us, which is a huge thing. So thank you to the patron who is sponsoring us for that. That is extremely generous and kind.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure how we were going to do videos in Alaska. We were just going to keep filming and keep editing them. And I knew that it could be that we would just have to upload
at a
library when we were in a town. So there could have been some loss, some days missed.
Yeah. And that's kind of hard for everybody traveling with us when we have to spend the day at the library. So
we're going to test it out. We're excited about it and see how it works out for us. If it works out, next year we'll probably go that route. And it's just a cost that we're going to have to include in the business of doing YouTube.
Yep.
Starlink had a good sale last December. So we talked about the freezer is working awesome. Somebody suggested that we put a little outdoor temperature gauge in it so you can tell if it goes.
Oh.
Because I have had a couple of like, is it still on?
Yeah, and the way we had to put it in, it's kind of backwards, so you don't see the gauge unless you pull it out.
Yeah. Cynthia said we'll definitely watch the nature videos, like family get-togethers for background. Yes.
Awesome.
Make sure you get extra fuel in Canada. We never pass up a gas station. We have learned that along the way.
Yeah, even if we only have half a tank and we go through by a gas station, we're filling up.
Yeah. We took extra fuel when we went through Labrador. I don't think this is going to be as remote as that, do you?
No.
So I don't think we plan on carrying extra fuel. We'll see how that goes because we could change our mind on that.
Well, the one thing about extra fuel is it does give the opportunity to
explore.
And you just got to get from this gas station to the other gas station.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can go wrong carrying extra gas with you.
So we may pick that up along the way.
Yeah.
When we get up there. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Any suggestions for Alaska? Rudel sleeping away. I'd show you Rudel, but the man is a mess right now.
Yeah. We've been working on the Webasto heater if you just joined us, and we're struggling a little bit getting it together. I've worked the last 2 days on it.
Yeah.
Pretty much all day long, and we still can't get it to run.
So. I feel bad because Dave did not.
Still working, and now that we replaced all the parts, and
it's not working. And it's not an easy fix. You have to take the seat out. We worked on it for, I don't know, 8 hours, 6 hours.
If everything goes right, it's about a 6-hour job.
Dave, are you cold? It says you look cold.
I'm pretty warm with the coat on and the hat, but without the coat and hat, I was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit chilly. We could live without a heater for the summer, but dang, I use that heater every day. Nora says, get lots of deep woods off for Alaska.
Yeah, we have been thinking about the mosquitoes up there. So we've got hair nets, and do we have DEET or anything?
I thought we would buy that in Alaska once we cross the border. We have bear spray. I'm most worried about Rudel. So I bought Rudel a hat.
So they make these hats that you can put on your dog, and then you put the net over the top of the hat, and so it keeps the net out of their eyes. But
I bought a large hat, but it's not very large.
It's just a little tiny mini hat. It doesn't even fit on his head, so that ain't gonna work.
So yeah, we'll think of a different thing for that. Rudel is growing his hair out, so no mohawk, so that it's harder for the mosquitoes to bite him.
Yeah.
Anything else that we need to prep with, guys? Canadian Tire stores, Darren said we'll get all that.
Yeah. Actually, that might be good with the exchange rate and everything. It's probably cheaper to buy it there.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's our plans. So if you're just coming on, our 3 announcements are our new website is live, oneadvantureatatime.com. Go check that out. We will be putting out new relaxing nature videos on Wednesdays, maybe not every Wednesday. I am going to release the first one today after this live. Yeah. So it'll be in honor of icebergs. It's the one about icebergs. And then our 3rd announcement is we are doing our first ever caravan to Alaska. And we want to stay the winter. So if you know anybody who needs a house sitter, let us know. Do you need Canadian coins to do laundry? Most likely we will. Loonies and toonies. Yeah. How long do you think we're going to be in Canada?
A month.
A month at least?
Yeah.
Valdez is on our list.
Valdez, yeah, that's on my list.
Like I said, we've been doing Zoom calls with the caravan, and we're getting a general idea of our route. But once we cross the border and we're all actually together, I think that's when the gist of our bulk of our planning is going to happen. And we also want to go to Denali. So we need to, once we pin that date down.
Yeah, we need to make reservations on that one.
If there's any openings, then that will tell us where and how far and how long, and that'll kind of determine our route. Right?
Yeah.
Have you considered a 0 water pitcher to use in addition to Berkey? No. Just because I feel like we have no room for anything. Like if we bring something in, something's got to go out. And
I'm looking at a big bag of rocks you're carrying around.
The rocks are staying.
Carrie's got a big box of rocks. And I'm like, yeah, we're carrying these around. These are.
Wait, you have obsidian rocks. Where are they?
I don't know.
You have obsidian rocks in here. These are my rocks. I owe somebody who helped us a lot with this beautiful remodel, some ladybugs.
So Carrie's going to paint these rocks. That's why she.
I've done painting on rocks as a hobby. And now that I don't have to do the cooking, actually, so I will be painting on some of these rocks. And they're perfectly the right size. And I have a whole thing of them. See, Dave?
So this is one of the... It's going to be cool, but this is one of those things where we have this box of rocks that we move from the floor to the counter to the front to the, it's just getting moved 3 times a day. That's because we just don't have any room.
Yeah, so we are very, very conscious of what comes in and what we just don't have any room. We really don't. And we're trying to minimize the van shuffle. And
right now it's worse than ever.
Right now it's worse than ever. Yeah.
We still got painting to do on the van.
Yeah, I know. We still.
But we haven't had a warm, not rainy, snowy day yet.
The adVANture closet says they're dying about our rocks. We just came through Oregon, Glass Buttes, and we stopped and got more obsidian, which, Robert, did you get your obsidian? Because it should have arrived at your house yesterday. So we boxed it up and sent it to Robert. Where is our...
I think he's going to tumble it.
Where's our agate that he did for us?
Oh. I don't know.
See, we can't... So when we were in Arizona and we found fire agates, Robert tumbled them for us, and they came out amazing.
They look awesome. It looks like little pieces
I know where
of
they
candy.
are.
Yeah. Yeah, so this time we went back to Glass Butte and found all kinds of obsidian. The obsidian there has a lot of mahogany, has a lot of the red color in it, so it's really special.
Okay, so when we were in, this is a whole jar of fire agates from Arizona. Robert polished them for us. They are absolutely beautiful. See, this kind of stuff doesn't help. We don't have room for this kind of stuff. But yet, we're traveling with them. Yeah, so now that we have a personal rock polisher that we can send rocks to.
That's cool.
And
oh, yeah.
Robert says he'll get the obsidian started today.
Oh, cool.
And Robert's payment is he gets to pick out whatever rocks.
He gets to keep all the rocks he wants. Whatever he wants,
yep.
He gets to keep. So he can give us one polished rock and we'd be probably better off,
Yeah. So it's just, we just don't have room. So good question, True North. We've always wanted to ferry. When we went to Alaska, we would ferry one way and drive down the other way, because the ferry is supposed to be absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. But we realized when we came back from Newfoundland and we did the 17-hour ferry that Rudel did not do well at all.
Yeah.
He refused to go to the bathroom the entire 17 hours. He did not like it out on deck. The foghorn scared the crap out of him. And so we're like, we just can't do the ferry with him.
We can do short ferries. I'd say, like 6 or 8 hours?
Yeah, he'll be fine with that.
There's no way we can take that one. And not to mention, it was super expensive.
Yeah. So, yeah, we decided that we just can't do that with him. And a lot of those ferries, they're either allowed in a crate in an area. I don't think they even allow them in your vehicle. So it was just too hard.
Any more comments in there? Can't read them.
Kurt says you have some little creature comforts, though. We do. We are kind of big on some of our creature comforts, and that just makes life a little more enjoyable because we've been in the van for 6 years. Yeah. So I think you have to have some creature comforts to do it long term.
Especially if you want to go through the winter, on the cold, rainy, windy days or whatever, and you just want to hang out in your van home or your nomadic home, and it's just nice to be comfortable.
Well, we recently met up with Ed and Maria, who you saw us in Newfoundland with the Jeep and the rooftop tent. And wouldn't you know it, we were in Oregon at Lemolo Lake, and it snowed.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for them. They're in their tent sleeping and cooking outside, and it's raining and snowing. So there are some creature comforts that you just have to.
That are nice to have.
And they did a West Coast trip, and they've been doing it for 4 months, and they've been setting that tent up for 4 months and cooking outside. I don't know how they do it. They're hardcore. Let's see if I can find a
picture of them, or find a picture of the snow.
Yeah, that video is coming up, I believe, next week. Yeah, so we were snowing, and then we took him to Glass Buttes because Ed is also a rock hound, and he absolutely loved it and found some amazing obsidian.
Yeah, and it's free too, and they let you take up to, I want to say 80 pounds, but it might be different.
It's a lot.
Actually, I mean, you can get so much obsidian. I'd like to get into making my own arrowheads. I think that would be really cool. I know that's not something that's easy to do if you haven't done it, but I think it'd be fun.
Rosa Michael says, Robert, do you polish rocks for others? We could start you a whole side business.
Oh my gosh.
Van life for sending you rocks to polish.
That's funny.
Yeah, the agates turned out absolutely gorgeous. We do have a spare tire. So our model, the 2017, came with a spare tire that's located underneath. And a health certificate for Rudel. So this will be our 4th time into Canada, and we have never been asked for the health certificate. And I always carry that with me. But because we're going to Alaska, and Alaska is so far north, I don't think that the border guards aren't probably going to ask for the health certificate. But once we get into Alaska, they could very well ask for that health certificate. Or if he gets hurt or if he gets sick, I don't want any issue with him, like me not getting the paperwork that he needed.
Yeah, we're just going to have everything done before we cross. So we're doing that next week.
We're doing that in Spokane on his birthday. On May 13th, Rudel has a vet appointment, and we'll get the health certificate. And then I think we're going to take Rudel birthday shopping.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't taken him shopping for a while.
He gets to run around one of the pet stores, and then he gets anything he wants.
Yeah.
Which is usually an orange ball.
Yeah, we haven't done that for a while. So we got a new harness to put on Rule so that he can have a camera. So maybe we'll try that and see how it does.
Oh, in the store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Your van has so much room, I can twerk in it. Well, do you have 2 people and a large dog in it?
Yeah.
And it's everything you own in it. Yeah. I think that's hard, is when everything you own is in it. Yeah. And so you have to carry all 4 seasons. Yeah.
And 2 people. I mean, it'd be way different one person.
Yeah. If it was just one person, it would be so much easier. I would have a 4-foot closet, all the room. I could have rocks everywhere. Rudel will be 8. Rudel will be 8 on May 13th.
Oh, somebody's in Spokane.
The Caravan will be leaving from Eastern Washington. We are crossing far east above Spokane, and we will be going, I don't know my geography very well. Is that the Icefield Parkway?
The Canadian Trench, right up the Canadian Rockies.
Yeah, so we got a harness for Rudel. I tried to put a camera on him early on, and the what do they call it when it's not so shaky?
Oh yeah,
The motion, it wasn't just very good in those cameras. And in 4 years, they have come in
a gimbal.
Gimbal. Yeah, but a gimbal is usually something you add on. It's actually built into the camera. In 4 years, they have come a long, long way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
So, as you know, we've exclusively been GoPro, and we've expanded our horizons. We have a DJI action camera, and we have the 360 action camera, which is supposed to be incredibly smooth and stable.
We haven't even used it yet.
So that'll be the Rudel cam. Thank you, the Rocky Mountain Trench.
Rocky Mountain Trench.
Yeah. So hopefully the Rudel cam will work out, and hopefully the harness will fit him, not like the hat we bought him. Do you guys have a night camera to watch wildlife?
I would love to have a night camera. I just haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet, but I would love one, yes. Especially if it records.
So we bought a trail camera, and the thing with trail cameras, the first year we were on the road, is they have to start instantly, otherwise you just get butts.
Yeah, the one we bought wasn't a real good one, and by the time it turned on, the animal was usually gone.
Or we saw its butt. Yeah. But sometimes I don't know if I want to know what's out there.
I want to know, yeah. I would look right from the bed and outside the window all night if I had a nighttime camera, because just checking to see what's out there, especially if I heard a noise, But no, someday we'll have one of those.
It doesn't help that I'm a photographer, because I'm like, I don't want that little tiny one that only does. I want the big one that does video, and those are like $5,000.
They're coming down in price.
Are they?
Yeah. They're getting a lot more reasonable now.
Do we have any security cameras on? We have a camera in the front and the back, but it's built into our mirror. We do not have a block heater on our engine.
If it's a go and we end up staying the winter there, we'll have a block heater on there.
Yeah. So if you're just coming on, we are hoping that it works out that we get to stay the winter in Alaska. And a lot of things are going to have to line up to make that happen. Obviously, we need to be able to drive to wherever we will be living. No snowmobile or snowcat in. But if that happens, hopefully there will be a place to store Stormtrooper, or you will be able to put a block heater on, and lots of things will have to happen. The lithium batteries will need to come out of the van.
Yeah.
And there will be some things that we need to do. Thank you for stopping by, Randy. Brent, we're visiting Boundary Dam because of you two. Arriving during the week, so hopefully we'll get a spot. We've been watching the Boundary Dam, and I think you will. As long as they're not getting snow. Yeah, we love the Boundary Dam. Thank you for watching from Texas. Thelma says, I just sold my teardrop and bought a van.
Oh.
We're trying to talk Ed and Marie into buying a teardrop.
Or a van.
Yeah. We have bear spray. Funny story about the bear spray. We were given some bottles of bear spray because they were going into Mexico and couldn't take it with them. So we ended up with 6 bottles of bear spray. 3 of them are expired and 3 of them are good. So we're going to have a bear spraying party to learn how to use it before we actually have to use it. Because when you dispose of them, you have to get rid of the contents anyway. So
spray in the wind.
Spray in the wind. We're going to spray each other. I heard that the bears At first, the bear spray hurts them, but then after a while, it's sweet to them and they come back and lick it.
Oh, no.
So spray them and get away.
Yeah.
Rose and Michael said they have a van for sale for Ed and Maria.
Their van might have to be 4-wheel drive and high clearance. Though.
Yeah. He's pretty particular. Oh, Deborah, that was my husband who handed some bear spray. Thank you very much, because I think ours was expired. How difficult or easy is it to maintain a diet or lose weight while being nomadic? That depends. Living in a van is just like living in your house. Really, it is. So you take your baggage with you. You take your
eating habits
with you. And so it's just, are you willing to make the necessary changes? And or sometimes it's health related and you don't have, it's not always that easy. But it seems like it's a little easier because you can get out more and exercise more. But obviously it's not a magic. It's not a magic pill. You just don't lose weight because you're in the van. Life of Raleigh, not sure if you can bring it across the border. Is that bear spray that you're talking about?
You cannot bring pepper spray or mace across the border in Canada, but you can bring bear spray, and they do like to look at it.
Yeah, it has to have a label on it, and it has to have some kind of certification. So it has to have a label on it, and it has to have certified by. So we've entered every time we've entered, we've had bear spray and showed them, and they've never questioned the bear spray. They've questioned how much alcohol we've had, how much tobacco we have, and firearms. So
yeah, and they question us like, what jobs do you do? They want to know where you're getting your money from, how long you're staying, all that stuff. I think there's a couple food items they may confiscate too, like what's the eggs or
right now they. So we are following the RV Alaska group on Facebook, and because there's sometimes a lot of bird flu in the United States, they are confiscating. Last I heard, they were confiscating eggs. They may confiscate fresh fruit and veggies. They will confiscate live plants. And all your medication and your meats have to be in the original packages. So I think we'll see. I think we're ready. Think we're ready?
Ready?
To cross?
Yeah, yeah.
As long as we can get the heater working.
We can go.
We're crossing with or without the heater.
Without the heater, we're going anyway. Hopefully we'll get it going though.
Thelma says, would have loved a trail camera when a huge bear was trying to tip over my teardrop in the middle of the night. Oh. Were you in it? Yeah, that would have been awesome footage. Glad they didn't get in.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So in 6 years on the road, we've only seen 3 bears, and that was in Colorado, and it was a mom and 2 cubs at a very far distance. So I'm hoping that we get to see lots and lots of animals. If you guys are just joining, we are in Portland, Oregon, visiting our friends, doing a few last-minute projects.
Do the announcements one more time.
Yes, our freezer will be full of food. Absolutely. We love having that freezer in the back. It's been a game changer for us. Ed says we had a small fire extinguisher filled with hottest strung habanero ground pepper. Yeah, but what if you grab that for the fire extinguisher instead? I've always seen bears in Jasper. We're going to Jasper, right?
Yep.
Yay. Deborah, thank you so much. Thank you for the bear spray.
I'm looking forward to Canada just as much as I am Alaska. So
yeah,
I don't want to hurry through anything.
Okay, so if you guys are just joining us, really quick, one more time, the 3 announcements that we are teasing you with in the thumbnail is our website is live. Our new website is oneadventureatatime.com is live. Go check it out. Let us know how you like it. We will be doing nature style videos, just pure nature, music and ambient sounds. There will be none of us or Rudel in them. They're perfect for morning coffee, going to sleep, relaxing, end of the day work.
That's in addition to our normal videos.
Yeah. In addition to our normal Sunday videos, Saturday videos, which will not ever change. And we're going to release the first one today, just so you can get a taste of it. But in the future, they will be released on Wednesdays.
Not every Wednesday, but when you have time.
Yeah. And then we are going to Alaska in our first ever caravan. And you will be meeting everybody as we go along the way. There'll be a total of 4 vans caravanning together. And if it works out, we are hoping to stay the winter in Alaska.
Yep.
That's the gist of it. And our Webasto heater is not working. Rose says if we could travel with them more, we would see more animals. So our friends, Rose and Michael, animals love her to a fault. Like, they follow her. Hi, Colleen. She said, so Colleen lives in Calgary. We are excited for you. We see bears all the time. The bigger danger is the tourists dangerously stop. Get out of their cars. If you are able to drive Columbia ice fields on a weekday. Good. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so we are not getting out of the car and taking pictures with the iPhone.
We're not going to be running up to the bears?
No. We have an extra spare tire already. And we will be traveling with 3 other vans. So, 2 of them, we could just take one of their tires. Just kidding, Steve and Sonia. Just kidding. Darren's got the Sprinter, so I don't know if that'll work.
No.
All right, guys. Any last minute questions? Will you find work in Alaska? That is a possibility because...
Yeah, if we end up staying the whole winter there, I do hope to do some work while we're... It depends on how everything works out, but that's a possibility.
Yeah. So again, our website is oneadvanture. Remember, it's VAN. Don't let it correct it to adventure. oneadventureatatime.com. I will link it in the comments when this is done. And I just want to say these lights behind us, every time we have these on, everybody wants to know where to get those. That is in our Amazon store. So if you go into the website and go to the Amazon store, you should be able to find those in accessories. And or I will link them when this live is done as well. Do you need a driver? Dave's a good driver. We are hoping not to stay in Alaska that gets the most snow.
Yeah, we don't want to stay in Fairbanks. It's just too cold. So maybe towards the coast.
Yeah. We don't want
50 below.
50 below and 12 feet of snow. We need to be able to...
Some of the coastal places are not necessarily as cold, but they get more snow.
Oh, well,
so we're probably
it's an adventure.
Probably get one or the other or both.
Columbia Icefields was worth the trip to Canada. Yeah, she said Banff is so crowded you would hate it. We are skipping Banff.
Yep.
We are going to Jasper. Mosquitoes are huge. I'm a little afraid about the mosquitoes. Nora, thank you so much for stopping by. So we're super excited. We're just kind of waiting to get things all lined up and get across the border. We kind of learned from Newfoundland that maybe we shouldn't go in April.
Yeah. Although I know people are.
I know it's
but
hard.
It does limit your places where you can camp, especially if you like to do free camping.
Yeah. So we're trying to be patient and waiting till the end of the month. It'll come quickly. So in 16 days, we'll be crossing the border.
Yeah.
Thelma says, when we were in Alaska, we started counting the bears. Finally lost count. I hope that is what happens to us.
Moose. I want to see some
Rose
big
and
moose.
Michael, thank you for checking in. Miss you guys. Have been loving watching you in Scotland. Clouds and mosquitoes. Fear them. Oh, clouds of mosquitoes.
Yeah, we even got a small screen for the front radiator, just in case we have to,
put it on,
filter some of the bugs out, so that radiator doesn't get filled with bugs.
So people have said that some years the bugs aren't bad, and I think that's just going to be with this year. The bugs aren't going to be bad.
Yeah. And the heater's going to work. Yeah.
And the heater's going to work, yes. All right, guys, watch out for the traffic on Maylong. Okay? Colleen said most things will open up on the long weekend, May 23rd. Yeah, so that's what we learned in Newfoundland. Nothing was open definitely before May 15th, nothing was open.
Yeah.
So we're trying to bide our time a little bit longer.
Which is hard for me because I just want to get up there and catch a few snowstorms.
We will be crossing hopefully on Monday the 20th, I think. We all have a meeting point. We're going to meet up and see how it goes from there. Ed said, as far as a crew, we always thought we should travel with a psychiatrist because sometimes we're crazy.
Yes.
I think people think everybody who live in a van, that might apply to.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria Day long weekend. Is Victoria Day like Memorial weekend here? That is a bad traffic day. Yeah, so I think we're going to cross. That's a good point.
Yeah,
if we cross over.
We found a place to free camp.
We'll probably sit out that weekend and then hit it after that.
Did you ever find out about that recreational pass if we need to get that?
No. Rudolph, do you want to say hi, buddy? Let's say hi. There's the doodle.
Hi, Doodle.
There's the doodle. Say hi.
Hi, Doodle.
Are you ready to go to Alaska?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh. He's all, I'm ready to get up. Yeah.
He's ready to go outside.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Good boy. He's a good boy.
I guess we're wrapping this up. Answer a few more questions.
Watch for Crownland in Alberta. You will need a Crownland pass. But BC, no idea. Okay. I think we might need a pass in BC too, Colleen. Go see that I did a rod race.
Did a run?
Yeah, I would love to do that. Monday is bad on BC highways. Everyone heading back to Alberta. All right, guys. So thank you for joining in. Now this is a different type of Saturday for us. Remember, we will be releasing our first ever relaxing video right after this. It's the one for the icebergs. I mean, I couldn't have confused people more.
Yeah. Generally, the new videos are going to be on Wednesdays.
They're going to be on Wednesdays, yes.
And not every Wednesday, but most of them, hopefully.
Yep. If you guys have any ideas on where we must go in Alaska, leave them in the comment below or message us on any of the...
Just don't be upset if we don't go because our time is going to be limited.
Yeah, hopefully we can get the heater working this week. That may extend our time in Portland if it has to. But we gave ourselves a little bit of time before we had to be in Spokane. And if it doesn't work, extra clothes. I use that heater all the time. I think we'll figure it out, I hope. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We can't wait to hit Alaska. We hope you come along with us. And we will see you next Saturday in Oregon at another boondocking location. Yep. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you so much.